to sell that separately?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What do you think about what Farside Studios is doing with their home consoles? They come out with video, visual.
Pinball, it's great. And pinball is great no matter how you look at it. It's video. We know it's not mechanical action pinball with the ball rolling around. But still, it might attract some people to say, you know what, let me go play a real pinball machine because this is really cool. So I think that's, yeah, I think it's good. I don't think it's good. Often, yes.
Thank you, sir. As ROA is important, and as I collect lots of older games, 30s and 40s, and
Right.
whatnot in pinball,
Wow.
has there been any desire or legal issues with returning to pay off pinball?
Payoff pinball, wow. You know, I think the ghost of Fiorello LaGuardia is going to crawl out of it and smash everything. You ever notice? I don't have any idea for that. You know, I don't know. But, you know, it's interesting, but in Europe they have bingo games. Bingo games were here. If you go to Hawaii, you can walk around some streets and there's a whole lot of bingo games in like downtown Oahu. You know, last time I was there, and I wanted to go, I wandered down the street and I saw the lights in the window and I said, pinball. And oh my goodness, there were like 8 or 9 bingo machines there. And I had my camera and I'm going to go like this. And I said, well, I'm from Brooklyn. I didn't want to get my face busted right away. So I said, can I take a picture? No picture. Get out. So I got out. I couldn't even play. I was going to play. So I don't know that bingo's are very big in Belgium and Europe. They do pay out. They have gaming halls.
I might play a big buck hunter if I could get the money.
Well, look, you know, somebody that wants to gamble, 2 guys will gamble on a cockroach from a crawl to the wall first. They're going to find a way to gamble on a game anyway. So, you know, who's going to stop you from doing that? But really, when you look at games out there, older ones, even the wood rails and everything, it says on there typically no gambling, right, on your games. Now, you know, the sad thing, you just touched on something that always gets me going. Why is it every time we see a story in the media, pretty much, about pinball, that there's always 2 things that I see or hear. I hear like all kinds of bells, you know, xylophone bells, and I always see this picture of LaGuardia like pushing over a pinball machine. You know, we got to get rid of that stigma. You know, we really got to get rid of that, and I think with the new product we'll be able to get rid of that and move beyond that too. So I don't want to drag not that it's a bad idea, but I don't want to drag, you know, us backwards and try to get Roger Sharp to do another famous cold shot so he can beat the New York City Council to tell them it's a skill game. Yes, your name?
Hey, Jim.
Jim, hi, Jim.
Can you give us any hint, I haven't read anything about what the flying monkey is going to be like or do on with this
Sure.
game?
The flying monkey. So, here you have a toy. Somebody laughing right behind you. I don't know who that woman is. It happens It's my wife of 28 years. That's
okay.
So, if you hear me around whatever and I'm talking about her, well, I'm lucky that she came to the show with me and she came up here. She can listen to me anytime. And she still came here, so she must really love me. So the flying monkey, what that does, there's a magnet around the back lane. And this flying monkey, when the ball is captured there on the magnet, it goes down, it grabs that ball, and it takes it back to the witch's castle and drops it behind 2 doors that are in the witch's castle, just like in the movie when Dorothy was captured. And then what you have to do, you have to complete a sequence to free Dorothy, you know, the ball, to free Dorothy and get into a mode. And I'm going to show you guys, you're a really good audience. I like when somebody speaks and says, like, a really good audience. Like, somebody's going to say, you guys suck. You guys really suck today. It's been really nice to you. And I know that'll be the one clip that gets on the internet. You know? So I gave you the soundbite. I gave you the soundbite now. I'm going to show you something in a couple of minutes then, but I'll expand on that, because the rules to this game, you know, you have Keith Johnson, and you have Joe Balser. You have people, Greg Ferris. Greg still didn't finish the playfield artwork. He didn't finish the playfield artwork.
Do you have any other first to look at?
I can't show you any of that. I can show you something different, but
Okay.
I'll show you somebody else's playfield artwork. No. show you something on there. We'll do a little surprise thing in a little bit. But Melting Witch, I don't have. She's complete. I don't have her. I haven't been out there in a couple of weeks. But they say things for me to surprise me too.
Yeah.
You know, I don't hear anything bad coming out of Illinois. Every time I talk to them, it's great, it's wonderful. You know, probably hang up the phone and they're all punching each other. You know, I don't know what they're all busy now. So yeah, that's what the Flying Monkey is.
There's a rumor.
Oh, you get a follow-up question?
I do have a follow-up.
You didn't really ask me if you could get a follow-up question.
Your wife keeps whispering stuff in my ear.
You know, she does that to me too.
Okay,
It's dangerous. It's very dangerous.
There's a rumor that your second game may have something to do with zombies.
This is a rumor. I'm not into zombies. So, you know, Dennis and Greg are trying to convince me to do something with that. And Elvira, you know, has been a really great friend of pinball, and she's into it. So, there could be a game I'm doing. It may not even be a pinball machine. That involves zombies and Greg and Dennis and Elvira. Yeah, it may not be a pinball machine. It may not be. But it may be.
That confirms absolutely
It's okay, I never say never, but you know, I don't want to take you on that wild ride, but it's possible. Because I don't know yet. I haven't really. Nobody whispered in my ear and said the right thing to me. Yes, sir, back there.
Cody Miller, I'm wondering if you're going to operate your own machines. I'm doing great.
I know.
I'm wondering if you're going to operate your own machines when it comes out. And
Me?
yeah, are you going to operate some
Absolutely.
Okay, and also, what about Wizard of Oz makes you think that it's going to earn better than every other Stern game? What's going to make it
It's not
number
going
all
to
the
earn
way?
better than every other Stern game. It's going to
Okay.
earn better than every other game that ever was out before.
There you go. But what about it? What about it? What do you think is going to make it?
My wife would say to me, "What do you say something like that for? You didn't build anything yet." Right? You didn't build anything. Who the hell are you to even? Well, we didn't come up with this stuff. I can't even imagine you to say that. But let me say this to you, Cody. If I thought I was going to build the crappiest game ever, I could guarantee you I would build the crappiest game ever.
Right.
Okay, so of course we all have to believe and work to build the greatest game ever.
Oh, yeah.
We're not shooting for here, just over the top. We're shooting for way up there. So what happens when we're over here? So nothing wrong with that. That's what we're doing. That's why I said, you know, we're not doing it with a calculator. I don't know. And then my guys get price quotes for something from one vendor and another vendor, and this is like a little higher, but it's better. And I got to decide. And you know what I hear from them? Hey Jack, because that's what they call me in Chicago. Hey Jack, remember when that building games with a calculator, right? Yeah, you dirty son. Okay, you're right.
So quality over quantity, basically.
Will I operate them? I will certainly operate them. Plus, what I'm going to do for operators, I'm going to come up with a lease purchase plan for the games. So here's what I want to do. I want to do, and I don't know what the numbers are yet, but I want to do, you put like $699 down, $699 down. You pay $99 a month for the game. And we come out, my people come out twice a year to just make sure your game is perfect. Okay? And then at the end of the year, you can give it back and you can get another new Jersey Jack pinball machine and keep rolling along. I want to make it so, and what I want, why I want the game back in a year or two, I want to sell the game to a home. Because I got about 10 or 11,000 customers that want home games. Maybe they can't afford, you know, Wizard of Oz at $6,500 for the regular game, which is just called Wizard of Oz. So in a year, when it comes back, let's see, I got $1,200 out of you, plus another 6 or 7, so I get $1,800. So maybe I could sell it for like $4,500 or something like that. Or, you know, that's how all these car companies really became rich. You know, BMW was not worth the money. It's a crap car. I have a couple of them. They're crap. You can't even get them fixed. It's junk.
And by your
Anybody German in them?
No.
That's not a scam.
And by your
So-
people, you mean like techs? Like, would you find local techs in that area code? Because there aren't. I mean,
Yeah,
techs
you know, the
meaning.
good thing about it is I'm a technician, right?
Right.
So, you know, the language of what the game is serviceability-wise, we're making a lot of things that are going to be easy to service. So, even with pinballsales.com, if I sold a game into like Stumble Crap, Wyoming, you know, I could find somebody near there that would fix the game for somebody. So that's what we want to do. We want to try to keep the support there, we want to try to keep the game working, and we want to try to keep it making money. But, you know, I'll do the finance at least, then try to make it even. And all the games going to operators get a Mars bill acceptor on it, included in the price of the game. So that's coming out of my left pocket. Because, again, it's not coins. I have no coins on me at all. So if I had to go put a coin in a pinball machine right now, if I got to walk this far to find change, I'm done. In all of our arcades, other companies set up arcades, like a 5,000 square foot arcade, they put like 4 change machines in there. You put 12 change machines in there. Because if you got to walk anywhere to get change, you're not playing the game. So.
And that's a great service because most people, I have pinball machines, we all have pinball machines, it's hard to find techs. And so if we buy a machine from you, you're going to know where a tech is in any area code as opposed to having to Google it and call, you know, somebody.
There's some good support on the Stern site. They've done some of that. I think that's good. There's some of that up there with that today. Plus the news group, you know, our favorite RGP, where it's very, very positive information all the time. Never anything negative on the news group ever written. Everything is always, you know, right there. You can always find somebody on there. Somebody will just call you a stupid idiot that you got to ask somebody to fix a game, but they'll, you know, Lloyd will help you. Somebody will help you. Who else? Anybody else? Yes, your name.
David.
David, how about you?
Good. Out of the 1,000 Emerald City editions, how many of those were bought by Ops?
43.
43?
Yeah, I knew that because somebody asked me that last week and I didn't know. I had to look that up.
So you think there'll be 43 of those on location?
I think there'll be 43 of those. I think there'll be 43 of those on location. Because you know what? Guys will put them out. What's up? Okay. Guys will put them out and they'll make money with them. And they'll say, you know, for the extra $1,000 waiting, like we sold some regular games already. And there's some operators, there's about 7 or 8 operators that bought games. And in fact, these guys that bought Wizard of Oz pushers down the Jersey Shore, they were all over me. Right? When am I getting my pinball machines? When am I getting pinball? Because now, you know, whatever Jack does, it's going to be
Make money.
wow, it's going to be wonderful. So Dan better work and it better make money. You know, I'm going to have to be Jersey Jack. I'm going to be, you know, Kalamazoo Jack. I'm going to have to move somewhere else. You know? So, yeah, but I expect a lot of operators to buy. And again, it's all about financing with operators. If you can get them, like we sold a lot of Wizard of Oz games, the guys wrote checks, but even now we have distributors stepping up to do finance programs to finance them, and we'll sell a lot more of those games because of that. And it was like I was saying before about cars, you know, if they can make it affordable, nobody's going to walk into a BMW dealer and write a check for 80 grand, but if it takes $399 a month, $399 a month, and use it a year or two, and give the thing back and get another car or whatever. So that's how they make that money. They just keep rolling it along. I think.
Once you have them all made, will you still be tooled up to, I don't know, Stern re-released one of their games? I think it was Family Guy or one. But do you foresee being able to make more of them if demand?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to make like 6, 7, 8,000 Wizard of Oz games. That's what I'm looking forward to making. Because think about this, right? I sold 1,000 games. Nobody even saw one or played one. Not even me. So what the heck's happened? Actually, when it's a good game and people play it and see it, I should be building that game for a couple of years. You know, maybe we'll have to have a sideline of building another game in the building. I hope that's what happens. You know, but then again, I hope that I was going to sell 1,000 games, and I did that too. So, you know, not everything I do works perfectly. You know, I do fail. But again, it goes back to have the right people. You know, at the Texas show, somebody said in the room that spoke before me in Texas at launch, you know, that they were the only person in the building that knew how to build pinball machines. And when I got up to speak, I said, I don't know anything about building a pinball machine. I don't know a damn thing. I hired everybody else that does. So I could be the dumbest guy in the room. So, you know, we'll see. If we build what we're designing, it's going to be awesome. Which I think we're going to be able to do. Yes?
Hi, Sean, by the way. So you brought up a good point about coins and including a bill collector with the machine. Because, you know, the only reason I played this earlier is because I had friends. But the reason I didn't play a second time is because I didn't have 75 cents. But, so, I mean, credit cards now are an option, but a lot of cell phones are actually kind of pretty popular billing methods to use. Are you
Yes, there is.
To do that?
There is.
I haven't seen that yet.
You will.
And then I have a second part of the question.
Yes.
When you go to arcades nowadays, it's primarily redemptions, which is, I point out.
I'm sorry about that, but that's what
Is there-
people want to play.
Have you put any thought into making pinball sort of a combination redemption machine?
It's hard to make pinball a redemption game. It really is, because, you know, the thing to do to it is, you know, add a ticket dispenser to it. You know, so again, you're not gonna get that feeling of the instant gratification that players get when they play a Cyclone and it hits for like 1,000 tickets, and 1,000 tickets start spitting out of there. You know, it's a difficult sell, because again, it goes back to operators, and operators being willing to do it, and operators have seen it before, and operators are really a hard group of people to trick. Once they drink the water and the water's not good, they're not going back to the well. They'll die of thirst before they go. We're a very stubborn group. We are. And I wouldn't buy a pinball machine with a ticket dispenser on it, hoping that it will become a redemption game. I wouldn't do it. So probably if I wouldn't do it, they probably would.